welcome to Wistful Visions. Thank you for checking this video out. Here we have a pick a card read, and each one of these cards is a different section of your life. I don't know which is which, to be honest. I kind of shuffled it up and laid them out like this. So go ahead and pick your card. And the group one, if you resonated with this pile, what you want to take a look at is you want to know what is hiding. Whether it's what you're hiding, what your person is hiding, or what is hiding from you. This read should we're going to find out what is hiding, what you're hiding, what someone is hiding from you, or just what is hidden within. We're going to try and expose this, what is hiding from you. And I've already pre-shuffled these cards, but I'm going to shuffle them again. I have no idea how many cards are going to come out of this. I will take what is given. One more. Okay. So the first one up is the universe in reverse. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Prince of Swords in reverse. Three of Wands in reverse. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. And Prince of Wands. So a lot of reversals here. So there's a few different energies coming in. This is at the bottom of the deck, the Princess of Cups. There's a few different energies coming in. For some of you, it looks like another person is hiding something from you. A friend or a coworker. Whatever it is that you do for work, you do a good job. You're really good at what you do, but this friend or coworker, for some reason, doesn't want you to know that that's how they feel. That they feel you are great at what you do. It's like they are a little unsettled, unwilling. They don't want you to get a big head, like develop some form of ego. But they do have good wishes for you. They want you to succeed. They want you to keep going forward. And they see you moving ahead. You know what you want. But again, they want good wishes for you. Now, for the second set of energy that's coming in, it's like a love interest. They think rather highly of you. They find you to be grounded and independent. You work hard for what you've achieved. They admire that, but they don't want to tell you this yet. They're feeling a little uncertain, like they're afraid of rejection, or they're afraid of finding out that they're not ready to move forward with you. They're working on developing themselves. Whether it be aiming for that promotion at work, or that raise, or reflecting on what they value. If they decide, whenever they decide they're ready to move towards you, they want to do it right. They want to do it the right way. They see you as someone who has the potential to last a lifetime. So they really want to make sure they do it right. And once they've established themselves and gained some self-empowerment in trusting that they're good enough for you, they're going to move in. They're going to come toward you with some passion, but they're going to come in prepared to grow with you. So they're going to try and keep that door open. Now for the last energy that was coming in, the third one, it seems you're hiding something from yourself in this one. It's like you don't want to trust or believe your outlook, whether it's on yourself or on your career or on your life or within your family. It's just some part of your life you are not trusting your outlook. You don't trust what you see. It's causing you to second guess and to doubt yourself. You already know that you've come a long way. You already know that you've grown. You already know that you're self-sufficient and you're grounded, and you have a solid foundation. Even if it's just one part of your life, you still have that. But because you doubt your outlook, it's causing that to waver a bit. Oh. Okay, I guess that was confirmation. You're getting a little too far into your head. You're overthinking. No, not you're overanalyzing. It's not overthinking, you're overanalyzing. You're trying to cut things away, but you're not being careful with it. So you're cutting away the good parts with the quote-unquote bad parts. And they're saying that perhaps you're looking too far ahead of yourself. So I think during this time you need to slow down a little bit and be more in the present. That's what the cards are saying. You don't want to move too fast for yourself. Just regain your footing, regain your grounding, reestablish your outlook. But don't look too far ahead of yourself. If you're looking too far ahead of yourself, then you're kind of getting lost in the steps to get there. So if you bring it back a little bit, there's fewer steps and you will reach it, and you will feel more fulfilled and less doubtful. This is the next deck that wants to come out. I allow my decks to choose who wants to come out, who wants to relay the messages for you. I am an intuitive reader, so I may or may not utilize the intended meaning of the card. Each one of my decks has their own personality, so they show me through their images what it is that they want to say. So my Dragon Oracle cards wants to come out. Magenta Dragon. Oh, a double up. Okay. So I have the Magenta Dragon. It says, enables you to bring forward your soul wisdom, awaken your soul memories, and higher spiritual understanding. Prepare for accelerated ascension. We have the Lilac Fire Dragon. Transmute through the power of divine love. Open up to transcendent love and enlightenment. Purity of heart brings peace, hope, and joy. Golden Atlantean Dragon. Helps you remember the wisdom of Golden Atlantis. Awaken. Bring back your knowledge, gifts, and talents. Reclaim your mastery. This card wanted to double up. So, the Royal Blue and Gold Dragon came out to sit with the Golden Atlantean. It strengthens you to stand in your power with wisdom. Awaken to your own majesty. Wear your cloak of power with pride. So these dragons are here to help. At the bottom, Thor's red, black, and gold dragon. Protects you in times of change, a time of rapid transition and transformation. Relax, you're safe. Now the energies that came in, as I said, there were a few. They're rather calm. There's nothing feisty about it or angsty. They're very calm. And I think the cards just wanted to be informative. So the Dragon Oracle, they're here to support you and help you through this change. And change being what's been hidden is coming to light. And that in itself is a change. So you're going to be discovering a few things. And I don't think any of this is really going to cause any kind of stress. Like they're saying that what's going to come to light is going to allow you to finally exhale. That's actually kind. I like that. Oh, okay. So the Chinese fortune wanted to come out. They want to remind you of a blessing or blessings that you have, what you may be able to lean on as you go through this change, because the third energy that came in, those of you who are hiding something from yourselves, you may be able to utilize these blessings that are being offered to help you adjust your outlook and settle in to where you're at and where you're heading. The Sun. Number 28. Reduces to 1. Reunions. Number 14. This is the 5. And good times. Okay, so like I said, these cards just wanted to remind you of what you already have. The third energy that came in, where you're hiding things from yourselves, looking too far ahead. You can lean on these blessing cards, because that's what they want to remind you now. The sun, it kind of reflects the good times. It's happy, it's joyful, it's contentment. Even with the 28, that reduces to 1. That's kind of like a go-getter energy. Reunions for all of you. Reunions, it's family, co-workers, friends, what have you, getting together, having a good time. You can lean on family and friends. You can lean on your co-workers. You can lean on, your spouse, whoever you have. They're there. But at the end of it all and through it all, it's still going to be good. So there's really not a lot of stress going on here. These are rather gentle things that are being hidden. That's how the energy rests here. They're very gentle. And I think that's all the cards that want to come out right now for group 1, who wanted to discover what was hiding. Thank you for checking this out, and I'm going to move on to group 2. See you. Thank you. Hey, group 2. As I mentioned earlier, I don't know what this card is, so we'll find out. Love. So if you're drawn to this card, you want to know a little bit more about love, whether it's self-love, external love, like romantic love, or familial love, or platonic love. We'll find out which it is when we drop the cards. Now, I'm a little bit different here. I'm an intuitive reader, so I listen to what the cards have to say, and I may or may not utilize the intended meaning of each card. So you may notice a difference in my read. Each one of my deck has their own personality, and I listen to them, so whichever one wants to come out, that's what I go for. And then I listen to what it is they have to say. I'm going to tuck that in right there. And it seems my As Above and So Below deck wants to come out. Now, this deck came in a set of 2. Now, this deck, now, don't get me wrong, I love all of my decks, but these decks in particular, I ordered them, and they were delivered to my doorstep, but a puppy that I'd had got so excited that he wanted to open it for me. And so my decks here had gone through a bit, and they had to get into survival mode, but they are here, and they are talking, and my puppy didn't cause too much damage at the time. So we're going to have some fun with this. Now what the cards want me to do is they want me to use this deck in particular to be on a top row. And I've already pre-shuffled all of my decks. That takes a bit of time, but I'm going to shuffle it again just to get the intention. wants to come out. There you are. Oh, okay. That one snuck out. Don't mind the damage that my puppy caused. There's the Maiden of Air. Crone of Air. Backing these cards up. 4 of Fire. 7 of Earth. 'Mother of Water. 6 of Air. Oh, I'm sorry. 6 of Fire. 7 of Air. That's where the air came in. Yeah, I'm not going to do too much here. But these cards like to be read a bit different. Mother of Earth is at the bottom. Okay, this is telling me more self-love. So the majority of you who chose this pile, of course the cards, even though they have their own personalities and they do speak, they are the voices for spirit or your higher self or your inner child or your spirit, your core. But these cards are telling me that it's your higher self that's talking to you, and they want you to focus more on self-love. They want you to incorporate it more into your life. They are saying that you've become a little too busy, which is fine, but you need to remember yourself. So they see that you're working hard with whatever project you're on, whether it's a personal project or a work project or what have you. You're excited about it, you're happy with it, you're moving forward with it. Your creativity is blossoming. You are, like, your mind is working a lot. Your mind's working a lot, rather passionately. See this here, this card wants to represent your higher selves. Man, woman, doesn't matter. But this card wants to represent your higher self. And your higher self is happy with you, you know, what you're achieving, what you're working on. But they also want you to kind of protect yourself a bit more, and this is where the self-love comes in. Your higher self wants you to take a breather from time to time. It'll help you remain grounded and allow you the energy necessary to keep moving forward with your project, and you won't feel so weighed down or when, like, your higher self is saying that when you work a little too hard and forget about yourself, you begin to feel like you're being suffocated. But during this time, you're not actually noticing it yet because your mind is too busy. So they want to make sure that doesn't happen. And they do want you to keep working on your project, but you need to take that step back from time to time. Mother of Water. Now they're saying that the cards are saying this card is showing that your higher self wants you to allow the self-love come in. Your higher self loves you. And they're just showering you with love. But you're forgetting about it. You're not realizing it. And you're letting it get away from you. So they're asking you to just remember yourself. Take care. Even if it's, soaking in a tub for an hour, or having a hot shower and allowing the water pressure to give you that soothing massage, some kind of self-care action. Your higher self wants you to incorporate into your everyday life for this time. Okay. Confirmation. And it'll help you incorporating your self-love into your daily life. It'll help you move forward with more strength and more balance. The Seven of Air, the yin yang is balanced. The masculine, the feminine energy is balanced. The 3 coins here generally represent luck, but I think in this case it's not necessarily luck as it's intended to be understood. It's more, how do you say that? Like, it'll work well. Your balance will work well. Your project will move a lot smoother and a lot quicker. So that's kind of what they're intending these coins to represent. And then the little fairies there. It's an air card. It's thoughts and goals and plans and things like that. Communication. But there's one in each. So they're there. Your higher self is there, and your guides and guardians are there, and they support you. They just ask that you balance yourself a bit more. So incorporating the self-love every day. Now the second deck, we'll see what the second deck has to say and how they want to be read together. These 2 decks, as above and so below, they like to be read, so you pretty like 3 different ways, so you're pretty much getting 3 reads in one. But these decks are rather happy to be brought out and to be the voice that relays the message you need to hear. One more. Just one more. Nope. One. Thank Okay. Got the Chariot. The High Priestess. The Magician. Knight of Pentacles. The Sun. Four of Pentacles. And 10 of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, Queen of Chalices, and this card wants to enforce it. The Knight of Swords. Okay, so it seems, as your higher self explained already, you are rather busy. And I can see how you would forget to incorporate some self-love and self-care into your daily activities. Then you've got your family life here. So you're busy with your family, whether you have children or not, whether you have a spouse or not. You still have family. So there's always something going on, but it's not terrible. You know, everybody is happy in here. Everybody's smiling. So it's just your regular family stuff, hanging out, going to the gym, or if you're outdoorsy, going on a hike or what have you. It's just activities, you know, strengthen the bond or just maintain the bond that you have, the family bond. You have a goal that you want to reach. You can see it, it's within your grasp. So you're aiming that. You're aiming to achieve that goal. You've already made sure you had everything that you needed to move toward your goal because it's right there. This is actually what helps you believe and just know that your goal is right there in front of you. You just got to reach out and grab it. So you take everything that you need and you put it to work. You start piecing it all together, and you take a lot of care and a lot of love on your journey to achieve your goal. You're happy with it, and you're still maintaining your 3D needs, finances, groceries, you know, like everything that you need, you're content with. You're still getting it. And it seems that you will achieve your goal. Whatever project you're working on, you will complete it and it will be successful. So all of your work is not exactly for nothing. With the Knight of Swords, this card is telling me that you are content and you're working hard, just as this row is talking about. But you're still thinking a lot, you're still working. So even when you go to bed, you're still thinking. You're still figuring out your game plan and establishing it in your mind so that it becomes routine, it becomes habit, just so you can achieve your goal, which is a good thing. However, this card is telling me it's going to be too much soon. You're going to become stressed out, burnt out, and this doesn't depict failure per se. It just means that in the end you're going to be exhausted, and too exhausted to really enjoy what it was you were aiming for, your goal. But you'll have support. Your family will be there. Your higher self will be there. Your guides and guardians will be there. Now, this is where Mother of Earth wants to come in. This is at the bottom of the deck. The Mother of Earth wants to represent your spirit guide. So one of your spirit guides. That's who she wants to speak for. She is looking out for you. So your spirit guides are right there, and they're watching over you and your family and what you're doing. They're paying close attention. There's a face in the moon there. Watching over you. They're paying attention, they're looking at what you need, what you want. Your spirit guide is protecting you. It seems you have multiple spirit guides here. But they're protecting you on your journey. They're still watching over you, still keeping tabs. They're all around you. There's a dolphin here and a shark down there. It looks like a mermaid is there. So your multiple spirit guides are all around you. They're surrounding you. And nearly every one of these gnomes, like they're looking ahead. It's like they're looking at you, but there's some of them that are looking in other directions. So they're really looking out for you. They really adore you. But they also want you to know that this is all water in here. It's an earth card, but it's all water in here. And the weight is weighing on you. So this is kind of where you start to lose sight of yourself, is when you put your plan into work. When you start that motion toward achieving your goal. The weight of it is going to be too much. So even with the happy and successful feelings you're going to have about doing this work, it's still going to keep weighing you down. So internally you're going to feel weighed down, but a little more superficially, and not to say fake, because you will be truly happy and satisfied and feeling successful. Is just underneath those layers is the discontent. So your inner self is going to be reaching out to your 3D self and asking you to take a break. This is too much now. And you can see she's a little sad, almost desperate. I don't know if you can see her expression. but she's asking to take a break, take care of yourself. This is where it's going to be too much for you. It starts here and it builds up. And you're going to be put in a position where you will be forced to take that break. And not a terrible thing, you know. Maybe you're just going to be too exhausted and you sleep, you know, like an extra 3 hours or something without understanding or realizing. Or deadlines are going to be delayed a little bit, so you have an extra day or two to really just relax and breathe or what have you. But you're going to be put in a position where you're going to be forced to relax if you don't make the time, if you don't incorporate the self-care and self-love into your daily routine. But they'll force it to ensure balance because they don't want you to be overwhelmed. And they're going to catch you. They're going to catch you before you tip over. They want to see you content, successful, with everything you need, and content. Okay. So the magic of you, Oracle, wants to speak. Okay. Effervescence. Cultivate love. And doable. The key is within your grasp. The bottom of the deck. Avenor. Make peace with your past. Oh, it's not down here too. Okay. Now, for these cards, again, it's all about self-love. So cultivate your love for yourself. Put it together. Put it into action. Incorporate it into your daily routine. Just get it going. Doable. In this image, this woman here is feeling. Oh, that's interesting. This woman is breaking free from what is imprisoning her. And it kind of goes back to these two cards together, how your spirit guide wanted you to know that the weight of your plan, the weight of your work to put your plan into motion is getting to be too much. And this card kind of comes in. So it's a sort of you feeling trapped, but they want you to remember yourself, and it's you yourself that's allowing yourself to be weighed down, and all you have to do is just break out of it, not focus on it too much. You don't need to fixate on it, because your goal, your plan will be successful in the end. You're going to get what you want, regardless. But your higher self and your spirit guides, they want you to be able to enjoy the success of your goal. Make peace with your past. I don't think it's necessarily your past per se, but more so your habits. So your habit of achieving your goal, just working straight through to get to your goal. It's a good ethic to have, don't get me wrong. But in this case, with this project, whatever it is you're working on, you're really putting your blood, sweat, and tears into this project. You're putting a lot of yourself into it. But again, with the growth of the plant, you're going to succeed. But they want you to protect yourself too. Your core, again, your core, your inner self. In this picture, asking you, your 3D self, to take a break, to relax, to take care of you. Protect yourself, your core. Take care of it. There's another deck that wants to talk, but they're being rather quiet. Oh, it's you. Okay. My Sacred Power deck wanted to say a word or two. And again, I pre-shuffled all my decks, but I'm going to shuffle again to make sure the intent is in there. I do shuffle the cards again to clear them after each read, because I never know if they want to speak again. So this deck wants to remind you of what you have. That's what they're telling me right now as I shuffle them. They want you to know that there are things that you already have within that you're just not utilizing at this time. Oh. Okay. Yeah. This deck exposed your Knight of Swords card. So this Knight of Swords, they want utilized in this portion. So we have unconditional love. Sacred wisdom. Divine consciousness. And at the bottom of the deck, Soul Journey. So, you remember this card. This is you working hard, overworking your minds, trying to get things right and in order for the completion and success of your project. Your higher self and your spirit guides are all around you, offering you support. They're there, they're attentive. But again, it goes back to self-love. Like this image of this woman, it's meant to represent you. Whether you're a man or woman, it doesn't matter. It's just meant to represent you. Okay? This baby, it ties into this card. With your inner self, your core. There, to me, from what I understand for myself, you can take it or leave it, there's a difference between your inner self, your core, and your higher self and your inner child. So in this case, this card is depicting your core. This image here is depicting your core. This infant is depicting your core. So they're really, your higher self and your spirit guides, they are really enforcing self-love and to remember yourself, to take care of yourself, to love yourself. Now the Sacred Wisdom card. It's just saying that it's all going to be there. You're not going to forget anything. It's all going to remain in your head. So even if you do take a break, there's going to be no loss. There's going to be no fallback, no delays or anything. You just take that break. It will always be there. It will be successful. You will still feel whole and productive, and you will feel that achievement in the end. Divine consciousness. This is your higher self, your spirit guides. They're really laying it on you. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. Remember yourself. Don't let your project consume you. I guess you're not listening, so they're really telling you now. Soul Journey. Now, this card is, like you're still, it's just reinforcement. That's all it is. It's reinforcement. It's telling you you are still going to be on your path. You will still reach your goal. Okay? And each one of these souls represents each one of you. So wherever you are in your project, if you're just starting your project, or if you're halfway through the project, if you're approaching the end of your project, if you're meeting your deadline already, it's going to be there. Like this path has been established. So don't get all in your head about it. Don't stress out. Don't worry about having it done, because you will get it done. And it will be okay. You will succeed. You're gonna win this. And that's all the cards that want to speak, and that is all they want to say. So group 2, those of you who wanted or resonated with this love card, this is a message for you. Self-love. Remember yourself. Do not neglect yourself. Protect yourself, because you're still going to win. You're going to get there. You'll succeed. This project is destined to succeed. You'll be okay. So that's it. Thank you for listening. I gotta move on to group number 3. Hey, group 3. Like I said in the beginning, I don't know what these cards are. Let's find out what this is. Spiritual. So anyone who has, if you've resonated with this pile, with this card, then you will be on, or you are on, a spiritual journey, moving into like an awakening or something. We'll find out when the cards come out to speak. And I'm a bit different. I am an intuitive reader, but each one of my decks has their own personality, and they speak to me and they tell me which one of them is willing, which one will volunteer to be the voice of. So they can speak for themselves, or they can speak for your higher self, your spirit guides, or spirit, your core, your inner child, whoever. They will tell me. I may or may not utilize the intended meaning of the word or the card. Alrighty. Seems that The Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck wants to speak. First. Now I've pre-shuffled these decks, but I will shuffle them again to make sure the intention is there. And after each read, I shuffle them again to clear them. And I never know which deck wants to speak. I find out when it's time. One more. Oh, okay. Adamant. squeeze that card in there. Okay. So, group 3. Those who are on the spiritual path. Let's find out more about this journey you're on. The King of Potions. Justice. Two of Presents. Death in Reverse. Ace of Potions. Queen of Potions in reverse. And 10 of Candles in reverse. At the bottom of the deck, 10 of Needles in reverse. It seems there's some there's a bit of karmic lessons that you have yet to learn. So that's your spiritual journey right now, in this moment. Is you're on the path to learn these lessons, whatever they may be, and you're kind of in the middle of it. These cards are telling me that it's all in the center. They're not showing me the start, they're not showing me the end. This is the middle of it. You are in the middle of it now. Imagine each of these cards as a different step in the center of your spiritual journey. Whichever one you are standing on is where you are in the center of your path. But you are still on the path, and you are still going where you were meant to go to. You're well on your way. Your karmic lessons that you need to learn, it's a bit turbulent. Yeah, I'm really feeling for you. I have a weight in my chest, and I really want to cry for you. I'm not suggesting that it's absolutely terrible, just saying you're having a hard time right now. You're really struggling. So on this step of your spiritual path, in the center of your spiritual path, it's like you're reminding yourself that you're strong enough. You can keep moving forward. You'll get through it. You're trying to imagine the end of it so that you can easily reach it. No, that's actually a good idea. I like that. I've done that myself a few times. It's really helpful to get through struggles. But that's what you're doing in this step. And in this step, now there's different energies. Some of you are trying to justify what's happening to you. But you're also trying to blame yourself. You're trying to take on all of the responsibility. And you're trying to You're trying to be okay with it. It's like you're adamant on leading by example, but you're really not feeling it. There's so much going on in your head. There's so much going on in your head. So much thoughts and ideas and reasons and things like that. And you're standing here trying to be okay. You're trying to put on that facade that says, I'm okay, I'm doing good, I'm moving along, which is true to an extent. But this is a facade. This is a mask that you're putting on, and underneath the mask, you're struggling and you're feeling a bit raw. But you're trying to show others you're okay. It's like a denial stage. Almost a denial stage. Pretty close to it. In this step of the center of your spiritual journey, and I have to identify each of these cards as steps because that's how they want to show you. With every journey you've got from A to B, say that's a cycle. From A to B is a cycle, but within A and B there are multiple different steps that you need to take in order to get to B. But because, hypothetically, metaphorically, there's 26 letters in the alphabet, in the English alphabet. So, once you get from A to B, you still got to get from B to C. And right now, you're within letters. Whatever cycle you're on, whether it's A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, wherever, X to Y, you're in the center of it. So each of these cards are representing a step within the cycle that you're in. So whichever step you resonate with, that's where you are in your path. And that's how they want to show you. So the Two of Presents here. At this step, it's like you have an idea of what decision to make. You have an idea of how to balance things out for yourself, for your family, for whoever's involved. But that's about it. You just have an idea. Going beyond that is a little bit obscure. So this one is, it's like this cat is saying, I know what to do. But this jack-o'-lantern is like, I don't see how to get there. Where is it? So you have an idea of what choice you got to make. It's getting there that's kind of stalling you. Now in this step, the Death card in reverse. And death usually means the end of a cycle, death of a part of you, like you're letting go of something that isn't helpful to you, letting go of relationships that aren't helpful or positive for you. But in this case, it's in the center. It's like this is the most difficult part of your journey. And as I said earlier, these steps are like right in the middle of your path. I don't see the start of the path, I don't see the end of the path. This is right in the middle. This is the hardest part. It's like hitting rock bottom. It's the bottom of the barrel. You're going to fail like that. Death. You're going to fail like it's all over, you can't take another step, there's nothing you can do, you don't know what to do, but it is in reverse. So this card is saying, because it's in reverse, that yes, this is the most difficult part. But you're still going to see your path. Now, the moon typically should be in the sky, but because it's in reverse, it's on the bottom. It's lighting your path here. This is a step you got to take. Just step right here, and you're going to get over to the next step. Just keep moving. So, if you're in this stage in your spiritual path, know that there is a way out. Know that you're being shown the way. It's right there in front of you. You just got to take that step forward. That's how this card wants to be interpreted. It's what it wants to say to you. This step, the Ace of Potions, it's like you're climbing out. So you're kind of tumbling in, right? Tumbling in, trying to figure things out, putting on a show for others, claiming to be all right, but you are struggling internally. And this is all normal for life. Like, everybody has their ups and downs, and it's okay. I don't see anything too serious in here, but I don't hear anything too serious either. But I still feel for you. Like, this is really hard, and it's hard for you. And everybody handles situations differently. I get that, but in this case, those of you who resonated with this pile 3, you're having a hard time right now. It's a bit turbulent in your life. It isn't terrible. It's like you wake up, you stub your toe, and then you walk into the door frame as you leave your bedroom. You drop your toothbrush on the floor as you're trying to brush your teeth, all before going off to work, and your car isn't starting. It's kind of like that, one thing after another. Just little things, but it adds up, it accumulates, and then you get to this point where it's like, oh, I can't take anymore. And this stage is the start of the climbing out. Once you see this step that you have to take, because it's lit up for you, you're going to start to realize that you're not so confined, you're not so stuck at the bottom of the barrel here. You're going to want out. And you're going to start climbing. You're going to start, okay, so confirmation. You're going to want to start taking those necessary steps to start climbing, and you're going to be assisted. Like, your higher self, your inner child, your core, your spirit guide, spirit, even grandmother moon, grandfather sun, mother earth, the spirits all around you are supporting you. You may not feel it because you're inside this jar here. You may not feel it. You're still feeling a bit weighed down from feeling like shit here. So you're not going to feel the support that you have from your core, your higher self, and your guides, or your guardians even. But they're there. They'll hold you up. They'll support you, and you will make your way out. And you're going to come out a different person because you've made it through a difficult step. So you're going to ascend. In this step, the Queen of Potions, she's emotional. She's intuitive, but she's intelligent. It's in reverse, so it doesn't mean that you're not emotional or intuitive or intelligent. It just means that this is where your mind and your emotions are starting to work to be aligned. You are in this step to realign yourself so that you are more balanced. So your mind isn't going to be so scattered, your emotions won't be so scattered. You're going to start pulling it all in as a new you because you got out of this shithole. So this is a work in progress. That's what this card wants to say. If you're in this phase, you are in a work in progress, but you'll get there. You'll get to be that queen again. You'll feel like it more so than you did, in the start of this path. In this step, the 10 of Candles, you're going to feel the weight of this lift off. The path, again, these flames are at the bottom. The path is going to be more lit for you, well lit. You're going to see it better, in other words. Like back here, you're struggling to see this one little light. Even though it's bright, you're still having a hard time seeing it. But here, you see how it's much lighter. It's much lighter. Your path is going to be brighter for you. You're going to see it better. And at the bottom of the deck, this wants to speak to you. You got the 10 of Needles in reverse, as I mentioned. It wants to say you'll be okay. You're gonna feel like shit here. I mean, like shit. But you'll get here. Now, there's still more steps at the end, but they're not showing me those. You'll figure it out when you get there, but because your path is lighter and easier for you to see, it's going to be easy breezy for you to get through. And that's what this card is saying. You'll be fine. You're going to reach the end. Whatever was weighing you down here, like you will have worked through it, so it will be gone. You'd have ascended on your spiritual path. And my sacred wisdom cards. If they want an opportunity to speak. I don't know what they want to say. Usually they give me ideas or hints as I'm shuffling, but this time they're keeping rather quiet. I think your guides and your higher self and whoever is speaking to you while you're in the middle of your spiritual path, I think they want to be extremely careful of what they want to say, of what they want to expose to you. Because it's really not intended for you to know what exactly is going to happen. But they do. Let's see. They do have something to say. You just want to be careful with their words. Give me another card, but they won't let me pick it out. They want to offer it, so I have to keep shuffling here until they offer the card that they want. Because again, like I said, they want to be extremely careful with their words. They don't want to give away too much. Ay. So the first card that they offered is boundaries. The second card they offered is compassion. And at the bottom of the deck is transformation. Oh. This one wants to say hello to self-love. Alright. So what this deck wants to tell you is maintain your boundaries, stay within your path. So you're struggling here. You're climbing, you're working, right? You're on your spiritual path, you are ascending. Your guides are here telling you to stay on your path. Don't fear, don't worry about falling because you're going to get there, you're okay. They ask that you have more compassion for yourself. Like when you get down to this stage in your spiritual path, it's a shithole. It's like your emotions are going to be everywhere. You're going to feel weighed down and heavy, and you just want to cry over everything and just curl up under your blanket in bed. It's like it's a shithole. You're gonna be really sad. But they're asking you to have compassion for yourself. Be patient with yourself because you are in the middle of an ascension. You're in the middle of a transformation. You are growing. You're becoming something new, something better. And this one is just reasserting to take care of yourself. Everything's going to be okay. That's why I wanted to sit here. Everything will be okay when you're in here. Don't worry too much about it. If you need to cry, cry. If you just need to feel sad or frustrated, feel sad or frustrated. If you need to punch a pillow, punch a pillow. It's okay. You know, you'll get through it. You are going to transform. You will ascend. And again, they will not tell me the end. So I don't know what kind of spiritual path you're on. There's a lot of you. There's a lot of energy coming in. But your guides want you to know that they are there and they're okay. They support you. They're not going to leave you, so they're okay where they are. You're okay where you are. You can rely on them. You can ask them. They can show you how to have compassion for yourself and show you how to self-love, and a lot of self-care goes into that. So soak in a tub, have a shower, go swimming, whatever it is that makes you happy, go do it. It'll help you get through this little step here. Because you'll see it, you'll get there. You'll grow. And that's all my cards want to say. That is all of the cards that want to speak. So now I have to move on to group 4. Hey, group 4. As I said in the beginning, I don't know what this card is. Let's find out. Oh, distractions. So what we're going to discover is what is distracting you. The cards may or may not say how to avoid the distractions, but we're going to find out for sure what is distracting you right now. I am an intuitive reader, so I may or may not utilize the intended meaning of the cards. How I work with my cards is each one of my decks has their own personality, they have their own voices, and they speak to me. So the cards themselves may want to speak to you, or they will offer their voices for spirit, your higher self, your core, your inner child, your guides, your guardians, whomever, whichever. They will relay the messages to you visually. They may or may not channel through me as well, so we'll see what happens. I'm kind of getting that note for this group, so we'll see what happens now. Figure out which deck wants to speak to you. What is distracting you? And it looks like my Santa Marta deck wants to speak. Right. So that's a bit of confirmation that yes, these are definitely the cards that will speak to you. They're a little bit slippery and they're stiff, like they're brand new. They haven't been completely worn in yet, so please bear with me while I shuffle. I did pre-shuffle all of my decks, but I will shuffle them again just to put the intention into them. And I shuffle them again at the end of each read. Okay, this is a bit terrible. Let's try and fix this now. My hands are so small. These cards are so long. Okay. Now, this card wants to come out. They already want to start talking to you. I don't know. I think this is the only deck that I may struggle with shuffling. So, oh no. I'll get it. I'm doing it. I'm succeeding. I will claim to be doing a good job too, whether it looks like it or not. 'Cause it's hard to break in this deck. Alright, which way you want to go? That way. Oh, wow. Holy crap. Okay. I guess that is it. Alright, this one. That's a lot of cards. Let's try to fit them all on here. I don't want to go that way. Oh, we feel upside down. Go this way. You want to go first. And then you. And you two. Oh, you're upside down. That's how you want to be. Okay. We have the Five of Wands. The Ace of Cups. The Ace of Pentacles. The Ten of Wands in reverse. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. The Queen of Wands. The King of Cups. The Ace of Wands. The Three of Swords. Now at the bottom of the deck you have the Eight of Swords in reverse. And it looks like the Nine of Pentacles in reverse wants to whisper a few things to. And it looks like you have something hidden. So that'll come out a bit later. Okay, distractions, group 4. What is distracting you? It seems you have a lot of ideas in your head. I can't say that it's a lot of things going on, it's just you have a lot of ideas in your head. Like you're distracting yourself. Like you're avoiding, trying to hide from something. No, I don't mean to make it sound so eerie or sinister or anything. It's just there's something that you want to avoid for this time. Some of you want to deal with it later, and others want to just avoid it altogether. They don't ever want to deal with it. So this is how you're distracting yourselves. So this card here is saying there's something that you're hiding from, something you want to avoid, you don't want to deal with it, you know, you're in the dark, you got a match lit for yourself, just so you can see where you're at, what you're doing, and, you know, it's like you're hiding in a closet to read a book or something. But this is how you're avoiding. The Ace of Cups. As a distraction. It's like you're lying to yourself. You're trying to claim that your avoidance is you taking care of yourself. I can't even call it self-care or self-love because that's not what it is. You're lying to yourself. You're claiming that. And you are choosing to believe that your avoidance of this decision or situation or what have you, whatever it is that you're hiding from, you're claiming that it's for the betterment of you, but you're lying to yourself. The Ace of Pentacles. There's 7 coins here. There's 3 in his mouth, and 4 on the ground, and it's kind of sticking out to me. And it's still saying you're feeding yourself lies. You're feeding yourself things that seem good. You're justifying your avoidance and inaction. So it's just reiterating the Ace of Cups here. You're lying to yourself. You're feeding yourself too many lies. You're getting overwhelmed with it and you're beginning to believe it. It's starting to set in. The shrubbery is even growing in its socket. It's really embedding your lies that you're saying to yourself. It's really embedding into your head. Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is a weight, but in this case, it's like fool's gold. You know, you go gold panning and you come across fool's gold instead of gold. That's pretty much what you're doing to yourself. You're trying to pretend that it isn't there. These cards are just reiterating itself over and over and over again. So they're trying to make it clear to you that you have to deal with it. You have to tackle this decision or the situation head on. You have to deal with it. It's there for a reason. You're refusing to do the work. You're refusing to climb higher. You're refusing to take yourself out of whatever muck you're in at this point. I don't think it's too terrible. It doesn't. I don't feel that kind of energy. It isn't like bad. It's just something that you really just don't want to deal with, but you have to. Pretty soon these vines are going to start climbing up with you. Your feet are still in there. It's upside down. It's in reverse. You don't want to get out of this muck. Alright, so what's going to happen? And these cards are telling you what's going to happen if you continue with what you're doing. If you continue feeding yourself lies, if you continue avoiding, if you continue refusing to take yourself out of the situation or making the decisions, or whatever it is, if you refuse, you're going to, your head is just full. It's full of the lies that you told yourself. It's weighing on you. But you're going to pretend, you can even see, it looks like she's smiling here and just trying to be all quirky and cute and sweet and all that kind of stuff. But realistically, look at all the crap you fed yourself, and you're still sitting in it. It's never going to leave you. Even here, the weight is still there. The weight's still in your head. And you're still stuck in the muck. But you're trying to pretend that it's okay. Now, this is where it starts to affect other people. This whole time, it's only yourself. So you begin to believe that it's okay to avoid this situation or making this decision. It's all right, you got it handled, it's just you. But you see, it changes. It's red here, the flowers, wands. Red here, flowers, wands. But it changes. Blue, cups, emotions. You're still feeding yourself the lies. It's still you're filling your own head with bullshit. The crap you're trying to avoid is still there. You're still stuck in the middle of it. But you see the difference here? Here, all this crap is at her hips, and here it's at his waist. So it's growing. You can never run from this. You need to deal with it. You need to deal with it head on, because now it's starting to affect other people. Should you not deal with it still, whatever decisions, you were back to red, we're back to wands, whatever decision or situation that you've been avoiding, it's going to overtake your life. It's going to overtake your family. It's going to overtake, it's really going to get in the way of things. But it's going to be embedded, and you're going to have an even harder time to deal with it. A harder time to deal with it. You're so stubborn. And I'm not saying it to, be a bitch or be a jerk or, what have you. I'm pretty blunt, and I will tell you what I hear, what the cards show me, what I see. The messages that are channeled through me and channeled through the cards. I'll tell you bluntly. I honestly don't know how to sugarcoat anything, but you're stubborn. You're too damn stubborn. So if you continue avoiding, this is where you're going to end up. Weighed down, broken. But you're still going to continue the facade. Look at, the flowers are still there. You're trying to pretty it up so that it looks different, because you're still avoiding. But you're stuck in it. You'll never get out of it until you face it. Now the bottom of the deck here, we got the Eight of Swords in reverse, and you got the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. These cards are trying to show you a bit of hope. See, right side up, these swords look like they're ready to attack. They're prepared. They're going to go. But it's in reverse. So it's almost like they're putting their guard down. And that's what they're telling you. Just put your guard down. Confirmation. Put your guard down. You will be fine. See the top here, it's yellow. It's a cheerful color. You know? But you're on guard with whatever crap you want to avoid dealing with. Just put your swords down. Put your guard down. Settle into the crap that you threw yourself in, that you're starting to affect others with. Deal with it. The Nine of Pentacles. You can see, I'll show it to you this way. You can see the weight of the lies that you fed yourself is starting to lighten up. See, in these cards, it's all dark. Every part of it is dark. But in this case, you can see the edges starting to light up. Okay? And should you put your guard down, you're going to get out of the crap. And look, put it this way again. All the crap that you've been avoiding, you're going to suffocate. You're going to smother yourself. And you can see it's rising here at your hips, and then at your waist, and now it's at your shoulders. You're going to be smothered. But dealing with it, you're going to get out of it. You see, reaching for well, it looks like more crap. I kind of feel like you don't have much luck with, crap. But they're also real little compared to. So this should be fine. This would be the repercussion of avoiding crap. So you're gonna get out of it, and you have to deal with the consequences. But there, like I said, there is a hidden note here that I wanted to sneak out, and I did say that I was going to bring it up later. It is the Eight of Pentacles. That was a little note that I wanted to sneak in and whisper to you. All the crap that you've been avoiding, all the lies that you've been feeding yourself, to get out of it, to climb out of it. Stop avoiding, which is the obvious message here from all your distractions, every bit of thing that you're trying. There's so many. There's a lot of cards. There's a lot of distractions that you're really trying to focus on. But this is telling you to stop. Change your thinking. You have what you need. You'll come out of it. Just start dealing with whatever situation you have to deal with, making the decisions you have to make. Stop avoiding. It's telling you to stop being wimpy. Oh, My cards have such attitude sometimes. But yeah, they're saying don't be so wimpy. You got a problem, deal with it, get it out of your face. Deal with it. Get rid of it. It's fine. You will be fine. And I don't know if any oracles want to talk to you. I think they're really not impressed. And my cards are not impressed with your avoidance. Wow. Yeah, no oracles want to speak. Okay, they don't want to waste their energy. Stubborn. I would like to apologize, but I honestly don't, I don't know how to feel the need to be honest, because I am the messenger. I speak for, I offer the voice for, because they talk, they want you to know, they want to point things out to you. If you resonated with this pile, I kind of feel like there's energies that's right offended and just kind of mad at me right now. I think you're swearing at me. I am, like I said, I am very blunt. I don't know how to sugarcoat anything. I will tell you what is said, what I need to say for the cards, for spirit, for your core, for your higher self, whoever it is that is speaking to you, I will say it. And then you have to keep in mind that, like I said earlier, my cards have their own personalities. So I am the messenger. I don't mean to make you swear at me. And I feel you getting pissy. so I really hope this doesn't drive you away from watching other videos. But this is what your spirit guides want you to know. This is what you're doing. This is what you are distracting yourself and you're avoiding, and they want you to stop. You'll get out of it once you stop. Once you stop feeding yourself the lies and filling your head and, establishing it as a truth when it isn't. Because you're lying to yourself, you're just being stubborn. So I will end it here because none of my oracles want to speak. And I will move on to group number 5. Thank you for making it this far in this pile. If you're still watching and haven't, shut it off. Hopefully I'll sense your energies again in another read. See you. Hello, pile 5. Like I said earlier, I have no idea which these cards are. So, find out what it is that you will learn about. Responsibilities. So, perhaps we'll find out what responsibilities you're avoiding or which new responsibilities are coming in. We'll find out when the cards start talking. Now, I am an intuitive reader, so I may or may not utilize the intended meaning of each card, but each of my decks has their own personalities and their own voices, so they will visually relay messages to you from your core, your higher self, your inner child, spirit, your spirit guides, your guardians, whomever. It could even be, grandmother moon, grandfather sun. It could be anything, and anyone talking to you. But they will show you visually, and I will speak. I will give my voice for them. So we'll find out which deck wants to talk and tell you about responsibilities. It seems that my animal totem deck wants to talk. So I pre-shuffle my decks, but I will shuffle them again to set the intention for you. And after each read, I shuffle them again to clear them. So each one of my decks are ready to give messages, and these two will come out. This deck prefers not to use reversals, so we'll find out what they are. More cards want to come out. Well, okay. Seems like one or two more cards want to come out. I'm deciding which one. I don't always decide how many cards I'm going to use. There are some reads where I will state the amount of cards I will use, but for these reads today, I'm going to let them give me whatever cards they want to give, and I will take them. They generally keep it a bit reasonable. Oh. Okay. It's a lot of cards. We'll figure it out. Let's see. So we have the Death card. And like I said, these cards prefer not to be read in reverse, so when they decide to show up in reverse or want to be read in reverse, then I will do so. But in this case, they want to be right side up. It's, like I said, their preference. Oh, sorry, 9 of Cups. I just expected you to read. 3 of Wands. Page of Cups. 2 of Pentacles. 10 of Cups. 5 of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. And at the bottom of the deck, you got 5 of Wands. There's a bit of a hidden message in the deck, but it doesn't want to come out at this time. It'll come out later. So I'll bring that out when it's ready to say something. Okay, so responsibilities. Pile 5. And as I mentioned, I may or may not utilize the intended meaning of each card. being intuitive, I will relay what it is that the cards show me, and they are visual depictions, and generally that is how I read them. It's how they show me. So with this card, typically the death card represents like the death of something old, the end of a cycle so that a new one can start, kind of thing. But in this case, for your responsibilities, it's showing that you're in charge of something, that you are overlooking something. So it could be family, it could be maybe you're a supervisor at your job or something or other. It could be a teacher even, but you're in a position of authority. You are in charge of something, you're overlooking something, you're monitoring something. The Nine of Cups is really showing that there's a lot of responsibilities, being in charge. There's a lot of people, a lot of steps, just a lot of things really that you need to take care of, and you're doing really well in your position. You're doing well. However, there's a few things that you're neglecting. Whether it's intentional or not, I'm not sure at this point, but that you're neglecting something. You're focused on what's in front of you, but you're kind of forgetting about a few other things here. And if you hear any, noise in the background, I'm sorry, that's our dog playing in the stairwell with her stuffy. But there's some things that you're just neglecting, that you're forgetting about, because you're a little too focused on this one project or deadline or what have you. The Page of Cups. Whatever it is that you're neglecting is going to come up and bite you in the ass when you least expect it. Now this card is just telling you to make sure you have everything in your line of sight. Don't forget things in the background. Don't be neglectful. It's just telling you to keep everything in sight. Know what's in front of you. Look at the big picture. Okay, this one is a little bit of a side note. Family. You have responsibility to your family. So a spouse, children, if you're looking after your parents, aunts, uncles, what have you, cousins, siblings, you have a responsibility to your family. And again, you're doing a good job with that. The Five of Pentacles. So part of your responsibilities is providing. So you're providing wealth, you're providing abundance, you're providing strength for family. Now, at first, looking at this, it kind of looked like wolves, and wolves are loyal, they are family-oriented, and they're tight-knit family units. I look at it like this, they kind of look like raccoons, and realistically raccoons are similar. They're tightly knit family units. So And that's part of your responsibilities, is just remembering your family, providing whatever it is you need to provide: food, shelter, abundance. This card's saying that you've been keeping it all in mind. It's all connected. Now the Knight of Cups. It seems there's a small group of you that's kind of stumbling along. It's like the few of you are just a little bit clumsy. So you think you've got it. You think you've got it, but there's something creeping up. It's startling you. It's like, you're saying, "Oh shit, I forgot," or what have you. You're just stumbling along. But this card is telling you it's okay. You'll be fine. So you got one foot on the ground here, even though you feel like you're losing it. You got one foot on the ground. You're good. You just kind of gotta gather it all up again and adjust, and you'll get it. But that's for a very few of you. This read is a little bit mellow. Compared to what I kind of expected it to be. It's rather mellow. Bottom of the deck, the Five of Wands. It's I think it ties into this really, and this. It's your protection of, you are in charge of something, so you protect those that you are overseeing, looking after, your family. That's part of your responsibility. Now the little whispered extra message here is a Two of Swords. So this is more of a heads up for you, a bit of a warning. You have to keep your responsibilities in mind, and each one of your responsibilities are connected to each other. So keep that in mind, you'll be good. Okay, I'll have to apologize for the disruption because kids came home. If you hear some noise, that's what you hear. Kids and kittens. As I was trying to say earlier, this card is reminding you that all your responsibilities are connected. So you need to be mindful and keep that in mind. And that's pretty much all these cards want to say. Now the Oracle deck is mermaids and dolphins. They want to talk. That was nice. That was adamant.
No, Abby?
Okay, so now we have contemplation time. Spend time alone meditating upon what you truly desire. Have faith. Your prayers are manifesting. Remain positive and follow your guidance. Mother healing. As your feelings toward your mother heal, your desires manifest more rapidly and accurately. At the bottom of the deck, you got Healing Heart. You're a powerful healer. Keep up the great work. So this deck, in terms of your responsibilities, is just reminding you to take some time to think about your options, weigh out the odds and the pros and cons before you make your decisions. Believe and trust that you will be making the right decisions, and that's confirmation. Mother Healing, it's not exactly suggesting that you need to, do Mother Healing in any way. It's more it's trying to tell you you're okay. Keeping everything in mind and balancing out your responsibilities, your work responsibilities, your family responsibilities, your personal responsibilities. Keeping it balanced, you will be fine. It will all work out. The Healing Heart is just confirming that. You're doing wonderful. This is a very mellow read. Quite gentle. I like it. And that's all that wants to speak to you right now. Thank you for listening, and I will move on to group 6. Hey, group 6, like I said earlier, I have no idea what card this is. Insecure. So we will find out what your insecurities are. I'm a bit different from most. I am an intuitive reader. Each of my decks has their own personalities and their own voices, and they tell me which ones want to come out and speak. They are the visual messages that will be coming from, even the cards themselves can give you messages, or it'll come from your higher self, your core, your inner child, spirit, whomever. And I will be voicing what they show me. So I may or may not utilize the intended meaning of each card. And if you hear any noise in the background, I've got kids here, kittens, and a puppy. So there's going to be some distractions. So we're going to find out what your insecurities are. And let's see what deck wants to talk. Okay. So my supernatural deck wants to speak. Now I pre-shuffle all of my decks, but I will shuffle it again to set the intention for you. And at the end of each read, I shuffle them again to clear them, because I don't know which decks want to come out and talk. I don't know if they're going to speak multiple times or not. But this is the last group for this read. So for this, we'll find out your insecurities. I don't always put an exact amount of cards down, Like I don't set the number all of the time. For some reads I will. But in this case, I won't. I'll take what they give me. And these are coming out in bunches here. Okay. Seems like there's a couple more cards that want to come out.
Stick it in. Lock it in.
Okay, that's a bit much. You want to come back and you want to stay out. You are questionable. This card hasn't made up its mind yet, so let's... There's a lot of cards here too. Oh, okay. It's decided to come out. Alright, so we have the Seven of Knives in reverse, the Empress in reverse, the Four of Knives, Justice, Three of Chalices in reverse, Eight of Pentagrams, Seven of Pentagrams, Six of Chalices, and the Ten of Knives in reverse. At the bottom of the deck you have the Two of Chalices. Okay, so what your insecurities are. Seven of Knives in reverse. Seems you're a bit insecure about making certain decisions. Sometimes you feel like the decisions are too big for you, so you start to second guess yourself. Not certain if you're making the right choice, and no, it's not to make anyone feel insecure, to be honest. But at the end of the day, you still have to make your choices. The Empress in reverse. This card is saying you are feeling insecure with yourself, your 3D self. Maybe you see some flaws on your body, but it's the Empress card. So really, this card is saying that it doesn't matter how you look, you're still beautiful. But this is an insecurity. You're insecure with how your body looks. The Four of Knives. So you feel a bit insecure when you decide to take a break. It's like you think that you have to keep moving, that you have to just be on the go all the time, not take a break. But really, yeah, you need to take breaks. It's absolutely fine. For the Justice card, I don't think this is an insecurity per se. I think it's more of uncertainty. You want to make sure you're fair. With everything you do, you want to be fair, but you keep questioning if you're fair enough. But it's the right side up. So you are fair, and they're telling you not to worry about it so much. Everything's fine. The Three of Chalices in reverse. This kind of ties into this one, but it's like you kind of feel like you're wasting time if you go out and have fun, if you go meet friends, if you take some me time. The Eight of Pentagrams. Really, it ties into this one here. It's you do a lot of work, but you kind of feel like it isn't enough. And you can probably hear my cat and puppy bickering in the background there. Sorry about that. And my 6-year-old playing with some plastic cups. I'm sure you can hear that too. But you're uncertain of what you're already doing. So you're feeling insecure that way, that it's not enough, that you should be doing more, you should be working faster, but really you're fine. The Seven of Pentagrams, it's kind of funny because the pentagrams is initially earth energy, it's the pentacles, but in this case it's depicting air. So it's saying that you're overthinking and overanalyzing. You're prepared to take anything on and you're ready for it, but you're preparing for a battle that won't come because you're just overthinking things. The Six of Chalices. Typically, the Six of Chalices, it's like childhood, something from the past. It could indicate past lives and whatnot. But in this read, because we're talking about insecurities, it does tie into a bit of your childhood. It's like things that happened in your childhood you've carried into adulthood. So perhaps you were teased when you were little or bullied a bit, so you carry those insecurities forward. But, you know, this card, it's hurt. I can feel hurt coming from it. But it's offering encouragement. And again, just as it says up here, you'll be fine. And you'll be fine because the Two of Chalices is here at the bottom of the deck, right side up. The Ten of Knives in reverse. Now, this is like a depiction of the Ten of Swords, and usually Ten of Swords is like, there's 10 swords in the person's back on the cards, but in this case, Sam and Dean are falling into a hole, and it's in reverse. So it's telling me that you are concerned, even fearful, of getting stuck. You don't want to be stagnant. It ties into to up here where you want to keep going and going and not take breaks. But you're pretty much digging yourself a pit. You overwork yourself, you're going to fall in there and you're not going to be able to get out. But the bottom of the deck is telling you you're fine. It's okay to slow down. Your insecurities are just in your head. It's something that you're overthinking. But the outcome is fine. So you can take those breaks. You can go have fun with your friends. Look at yourself a bit differently. Buy yourself a new outfit even. Never mind what those kids said to you in your childhood when you were growing up, however they bullied you. Even if it's family members. Okay, if you need to work through it. But what they claimed back then isn't true for you. It wasn't true for you then, it isn't true for you now. This is what's true for you. This is a love card, a happy card. You can love yourself, you can love your family, you can love your friends, but it's contentment. Your insecurities, like I said, is all in your head. You're worrying a bit too much. Something wants to talk here. Not you, is it you? Yep. Okay, so my Spirit Animal Oracle deck wants to say something now. Okay, so you are extremely supported. And it's just reiterating that you're overthinking and worrying too much. And you have nothing to worry about because you are extremely supported by family and friends and your spirit guides and guardians, and they're all there. There's one more card that might want to come out. It feels like it. Again. All the energy. Guys, you are thinking too hard. You want to stay. It's too you want to stay too. Okay. Too much thought. When really you're okay. Okay, we got Orca Whale, Adventure, Dare to do things differently. Sing your wild song. Manifest your travel dreams. Attempt the great journey with confidence. Be loyal. Friends and family are your treasures. Be brave. You are more powerful than you know. And then this one, frog, prosperity. Let go of the past and embrace change. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day with joy. Abundance and good fortune await you. Pronghorn, action. Now is the time to act. Opportunities are here. Move forward with confidence. Your talent will always help you land on the pinnacle. Your quick wit and keen senses will lead you to success. Ram, perseverance. You have many gifts. No problem can withstand the power of your mind. With patience, you can reach your mountaintop. Never give up, and good luck will follow. Okay, this does not justify your overthinking, so please don't take it that way. It's telling you that your thought processes are fine the way they are. You don't need to overthink or overanalyze. Just relax. That's what it's intending to say. So please don't use it as a justification for your overthinking, because that just puts you in all of this insecurity bullshit, and it's how you get stuck. It's how you fall into your pit. And Black Jaguar, old soul. You walk through life with confidence and grace. You have power from beyond the world. Focus on what you really want. You can create your dreams. And at the bottom of the deck, we got Raccoon, inventor. Decide on what you really want. You have the ingenuity to claim it. To avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. You have many roles and can juggle them well. So these cards are just reminding you of what you already have. If you strip away your overthinking and overanalyzing, you strip away your insecurities, this is what you already have. You've already done this, you've already succeeded. You're already in a place where you're comfortable and content, and your overthinking is starting to get into your way. So it's saying to relax. Oh, okay. Chinese fortune cards want to say something. Now, these cards like to remind people of their blessings. Either blessings that they already have, blessings they've earned, blessings that are on their way. So I think for added comfort, they want to speak. It seems this deck wants to be careful with their words. Just like the ram with perseverance, I had to step in and correct that message, because the ram is not justifying your overthinking or overanalyzing. So this deck wants to be very careful with their words. So it's taking a bit of time for them to figure out which card they want to spit out at you. They're wondering if these are the right cards for you. So I won't speak on them just yet because they're still deciding. They don't want this one out. Okay, so number 36, heaven. Oops. Sorry. Number 1, new beginnings. Number 23, freedom. And then this one flew nearly off the table. Number 4, health. Okay, so the blessings that you have. Again, stripping away the overthinking, stripping away the overanalyzing, stripping away the insecurities, right down to the, the basic everyday you. This is what you already have. 36, heaven. 36 reduces to 9. You've already created your own heaven on earth. You've already created a safe haven for yourself. You have stability and security. And if you look deep within your core has faith in you. And number 1, new beginnings. There's always something new coming up, something new to learn, something new to gain, something new to cherish. And 1, there's always something to go after. And you have it in you to do it. Number 23 reduces to 5, and it's freedom. Stripping all of these cards, all of these insecurities away, you will have your own personal freedom, and you'll go places. You're on boats, you'll go places, you'll travel, you'll enjoy it. And then your health. These are money cards, money envelopes. Inside these red envelopes, you generally find money. It's the things you hand to family, those close to you, those you care about. Oranges as well. Like this is a symbology of abundance and prosperity and whatnot. So it's not just health; it's healthy prosperity, healthy abundance. And then having it affects your 3D health. But again, stripping away all the insecurities and reminding what parts of you already have will remind you of what you've already gained. And what's happening is you're looking beyond it, you're looking over it. It's like, yeah, I already have that, but there's something over there. But how do I get there? Because I'm insecure. I'm a little stuck. I don't know if I can trust this choice. The bottom of the deck, you got number 6, children. And children is a lot of fun, it's a lot of excitement, it's playful energy, it's imagination. And again, it's just telling you what you already have. Your inner child here. Feeling secure, happy. Beneath all of your insecurities, your inner child can be happy. And that's all the cards that want to speak at this moment. That's a little bit mellow too. That's cool, I like it. Well, thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.